Yo everybody, Omega here and welcome to Hermitcraft 1.0 to be exact, or that's what I like to call it, the old Hermitcraft map here before they reset to the map they have now. So this is about, I believe this map here is technically the third one, because I believe they had two before this one that had to get reset. So this is the first true start for the Hermitcraft server, and it's the one map that had a really long lifespan. It lasted for quite a while. So what I'm going to be doing during this series, which this series is actually the secret series I've been talking about for quite a while, uh, I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be doing is touring every last inch of this map that I can find. Right now I'm going to start with spawn, and then we're going to go to the nether hub and go into everyone's bases, touring everything that was built here on the server to as best of my knowledge that I can remember what was built here. So that's the plan for this series, and I do hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm recording this episode you're watching right now on November 19th, 2013. I plan on releasing this January 1st of 2014. So I'm going to have quite a few episodes recorded from the time I'm recording this one that you're watching now and to whatever episode I stop at, as long as I don't procrastinate. Because I'm going to pre-record everything so I can go for a regular schedule for you guys. So I'm not sure when the actual date I'm going to be, the actual schedule for this episode is going to be. But I know the release date is going to be on January, so you'll probably be watching that then. So yes, this first episode I'm releasing here is basically going to be a trial episode. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if any hermits happen to be watching this series or watching this video, since it is a Hermitcraft based video, if you have any problems with me doing this series, doing this tour, let me know and I will gladly stop. So I mean, all credit will be given to every single hermit who has ever played on this map, including the new hermits such as Tinfoil Chef, Slipgator, Mumbo Jumbo, and all those guys. So any new hermits that join, I'll update the descriptions to add them, and I'll add all the new guys that are in right now, even if they didn't play on this map. And I'll link to all their YouTube channels in the description below. But that's pretty much that. And one thing I do mention is I'm not doing this series to get subscribers or noticed by the Hermitcraft community, none of that. I'm doing this as, I guess I could say, a walk down memory lane for how Hermitcraft got its start. I mean, because the community, the server is truly amazing, started by Generikb, and it just grew, and it is, personally, it's one of my favorite servers next to Minecraft. Well, Minecraft and Hermitcraft are two of the greatest Minecraft servers I have to say that are around, but Hermitcraft has a special place in my heart because it's the first Minecraft server I ever found, and it's the first place it's when I learned about Minecraft YouTubers pretty much. So I want to do this touring series, going back visiting all these bases on the old map, so all the longtime Hermitcraft fans could see this once again, and just enjoy seeing this map for for one last time is what I was trying to say. So do hope you guys enjoy it. But if any hermits object to this but if any hermits watching this object, I will stop releasing this series. So just keep that in mind, and I do hope you guys enjoy this first episode, either way. So we're starting here in spawn, and the next episode we're going to head off to the nether hub. So we might as well start off here with the first few buildings on the main street. When we come out of the hub right here that was built by Exuma for the nether portals, which that bridge over there leads over to the Mushroom Island where the mini games were built. And when you come out here, you meet up with this first house, which I believe was built by one of three people. I cannot remember which one specifically, but it was either Schism, Justra, or Pungence, one of the Goon Squad members. I don't know who built it, but this was originally Kirshar's house. Then he left the server, then one of those three guys took over this house, but I don't remember who it was. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments below, because this house is pretty cool. The design was coming along really great. I would have loved to see it being finished, but sadly the map reset before it could even get done, which kind of stinks, but what are you going to do? And let me fly here real quick so I can get back up to the main street. So if you come over here, we have the slime for the slime exit for the slime farm. Now the slime farm itself was built by Exuma Void, if I remember correctly, but I believe this the slime face right here is built by Joe Hills. He pretty much decorated spawn different ways each holiday, which was really neat. I still remember the Christmas decorations they did. That was right when Unhost joined the game. So yeah, this was pretty cool. That was pretty cool of Joe, that he could just go around redecorating everything, and he put a lot of time into that, so seriously awesome. But this is the slime farm. I'll show you guys the actual slime spawning pads later on. So we'll move on from these two little structures down to Biffa's abode here. So the little tea house, which is really nice. It's made out of jungle leaves, really sick. So this is pretty much this is like the one spawn house I always remembered after watching Monkey Farm, because of the ransom that Biffa did for all the diamonds, and Monkey Farm came over here and sent Biff on a wild goose chase to get his diamonds, and made him lose his feather falling boots. And I believe it was this chest right here where Monkey Farm put his apology gift, which was blue leather boots. This is when you could first start dyeing the boots leather, that is, along with a feather, which was hilarious. So I don't know. I always remember this one house from that one thing, which is really cool. And we'll be checking out Biffa's Bowl definitely later on in the series. If the hermits don't have an objection to it. But that's it for that house here. We'll move on across the street to Joe Hill's here. So this house right here was originally built by Generikb, and when Joe Hills joined the server, he just redecorated it every holiday or so, and occasionally just redesigned it. So right now he has the quartz on it, along with the vines and everything, which looks really sweet. He changed the flag out to be glowstone, which is something I just noticed, which, yeah, a little bit odd, but seriously cool. So you start up, so you pretty much had this first balcony area right up here, and then you can come down the ladder, or well, you'd come up the ladder to get up there, and you'd be right here in this main floor area. And I'm not sure if this basement was here originally when Generikb built it, but if not, Joe Hills added this on, and then that leads out to here, right there's Generikb's little boat riverside house, or oceanside house, which is pretty nice. So if we come on down here, this is all the stuff Joe Hills added. If I can come to the ladder here, all different storage rooms and everything. And this eventually leads down to the slime farm. So we got a little bit of cactus right there, it looks like. Random cactus farm. And this bottom floor right here was actually for chickens. This was just filled with chickens. I can't remember who it was who had a chicken farm on the server and claimed it was like really efficient or something. And Joe Hills just built this as kind of like a counter to that, which is kind of funny. So if we continue down the ladder here, we find ourselves over at the slime spawner room area with all the spawning pads. And I never realized how large this was, and I believe this was all built by Amusement if I'm not mistaken. I mean, this stretches from underneath Joe Hills' house, which we just came down from, all the way over towards Monkey Farm's spawn house. So that's pretty insane. He spent a lot of time on this, and it was really efficient when it was new. So, well done to Exuma on that. So we'll come up the ladder here real quick, and we'll head over to the next house, which I believe will be I'm Spoons, and then King Daddy D Max. Alright, so is this the final? No, we got one more to go up to here. We got past this one, and we're here. Here we go. So let's hop on up. And we'll come out here, might as well go check out Generikb's. So now this was changed quite a few times by Joe Hills for the different holidays, and we got that nice boat over there. I don't think this is the original default way it looked. I know he used oak at one point, and I don't remember the original design that Generikb had in mind for this. Because Joe Hills changed it around a few times, but still really cool. So he has this one first balcony, or I'm not sure what you'd call this, just like a porch that you can look over the ocean. You have a nice view of the boat. Joe Hill's unstable, and the back of the slime as well as part of the hub there, which is pretty cool. And if you come right up in here, up this ladder, we can get into the main floor of of his little house. So apparently, let's see, Joe Hills claimed this as his own property. Kind of funny. And then right up here we have the second floor, which you can get the ladder up, and then all the way up to the viewing platform. Pretty sick. So real quick, I'm just going to check my recording time. Since I have the demo for a screen recorder, I have a little bit of annoyance with the 10-minute time limit, so I'm going to reset that, and I'll be right back. Alright, timer's reset, we're good to go once again. So I'm going to be doing that a few times in this episode, but yeah, until I get DX Tori, I'm going to have that issue, so I do apologize for it. It's the best I can do for right now, because I'm pretty much broke. So we're going to move on here to I'm Spoon's house, which is this giant sandstone structure. And if you walk on in here, he just has this basic, the single floor here. You can come on downstairs to what I believe was going to be a storage room, but he never finished it. And if we continue on up to the top floor, he has a nice little balcony. Oop. And you can get a nice view of Cube Hamster's tree, King Daddy D-Mac's house, and the main street going along spawn here. And then right here is Exuma's house. We're going to be checking it out in a bit. So if you jump down here, we can hop into King Daddy D-Mac's house. If iron doors will be friendly to me. There we go. So I'm not sure if this house was originally built by King Daddy D-Mac or just D-Mac, but he just put his stuff in here and looks pretty cool. So there's not much in that house to show, it's pretty simple. But if you walk on down the line here, we also have the Hermitcraft message board, and if I can fly, please, thank you. We have the message board right here, so keep calm and potty on, it says. And over here, apparently, topmass.net is lame. Obviously, we know who put that there, but take a while to guess who put that there, because I honestly have no idea. I don't remember seeing any of that in the videos, but it's probably just off camera someone did that, so seriously funny. So we come over here to Exuma. He's actually one of the first few hermits I've subscribed to. The first was Monkey Farm, then it was Generikb, then Biffa, then Exuma. So he's one of the first 4 or 5 guys I subscribed to here in the server, so seriously cool. So I've enjoyed watching his content ever since I found him, and this is one house I always remember him building because he spent a lot of time here at spawn before he moved to Avalon Island. So pretty cool. One thing I've noticed, I'm not sure if it was always like this, but I think it's missing some staircases here, and it's missing some blocks right up here. It's missing a furnace and a chest, if I remember correctly. So I'm not sure why those are missing. I do know why the plant areas over here are trampled. That would be because of Generikb, BWO, Pungence, Juicer, and Schism. The B team and the Goon Squad meet up when they prank the agency, which is Exuma and Biffa. So that was a fun episode to watch. That's actually one of the newer episodes that was out before they reset this map. So I enjoyed watching that. So nice view out over to that area there. So Exuma did a really nice job in this house. I really like this one. This is one I've always remembered from this map, the spawn village houses. So if we walk on over here, I believe this is Topmass's house. So correct me if I'm wrong on that. I vaguely remember him watching an episode of him working on the storage room area down here. I believe it was him. I'm honestly not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've seen the old videos. But when I started watching his Hermitcraft content, so I started watching all the Hermits, I went back and watched every last inch of the episodes they had released at the time. So if he had this, I believe this was him, Topmass. If I'm wrong, like I said, just correct me. But this is all he really did here at spawn, with the storage room, and then he had the that house up above which you just saw. Which we'll go upstairs to that house real quick and show it to you. There's nothing too spectacular up there though. Alright, so we're up here now. We can just get to the staircase right over here. And just 2 beds and a jukebox. Nothing too spectacular. Still a really nice kind of like rustic style house in a way, or I really don't know what kind of style you'd call this, but it's kind of like a little cottage in a way. So it looks pretty sick. So right here is the main entrance to the slime farm that Exuma set up. That's the secondary one, I guess, is over with Joe Hills, which is cool. And if we come up here, we have Monkey Farms and Corrales' base, or spawn house, and a good view of Cube Hamster's tree, which is one thing I also is iconic. Well, that's one thing I find iconic for this map. That's for sure. I remember when I started watching Monkey Farm, which was the first hermit I subscribed to. He was out. The first episode I watched from him was when he was building the cylinder base that's out in the ocean over that way somewhere, if I remember correctly. We're going to go check that out later on in the series here. And he was saying something like, I hope Generikb doesn't mind this being out here, or eye shot from spawn, which I can't see because my render distance is a little short. But I don't know. That was one thing I remember him saying, not in those exact words, but in that context of words. And I had no idea really. I knew what a server was at the time, but I didn't really know exactly what they were, or that any communities really existed with them. So I didn't know that Hermitcraft or Minecraft existed. I just thought Hermitcraft, which was the name of, obviously, the title of this video, I thought it was like a thing, like kind of an adventure map kind of deal where a bunch of people just came together and built stuff. That's what I thought at first, but no, it's just a huge community of seriously awesome YouTubers. So that's Monkey Farm's little temple kind of deal right here, and you can come down to the bottom here, and he has a small little porch area looking over the ocean. Nice view of Cube Hamster's tree once again. So that's that. Then we can move on down over here, and we got Corrales' house. I mean, he didn't furnish it or anything in this house, which is not his strong suit, which I've learned from watching a lot of his Let's Builds. But this house is truly amazing, and anything Corrales builds turns out just outstanding. So it looks like we got his bedroom right up here. and yeah, this is the top floor, I guess. So actually you can come down here, which that would take you to the bottom floor right here. And this is where he has all of his plants, like his wheat, melons, and such. Really nice. It's nicely integrated into this build. And of course, you can't forget his signature bush. He's got to have those in his builds, otherwise it's not a corrals build. If there's no bushes. So right down here we got this nice pool. And one thing I've always noticed, if you'd put ice right there, it would make a really cool infinity pool. Although now with the 1.7 mechanics, ice does not really. You can see water through the ice, which really stinks. So that kind of ruined Vintage Beef's squid service on the Minecraft server, which, yeah, that was a cool thing he was doing there. So we're gonna walk over here real quick, or fly, over to Krause's sheep paradise. I believe he found this, I guess he saw all the sheep over here and decided to wall it off so no sheep would escape and everything, and you could just come over here, dye him, and get wool for another house he built over there. So he just has this small station right over here, which turned out really nice. If I can come in here real quick. It looks like a creeper or something blew up this area. I'm really not sure what it is, although it could be. Yeah, I don't know, but this is a cool little build he has here, and he has that kind of fenced off wall area right there. Not sure what it was for, but still really nice. Krause is one of my all-time favorite builders, that's for sure, and I'm sure he's a lot of your favorite builders as well. So let's see, that's that house for Krause, or that's all the builds here for Krause at spawn. So if we come over here, there's actually one that was built by Krause, but this belongs to Sean Static. He took this house over as his own, and he started replacing all the wool that Krause used. Every time I keep wanting to say Eczema when I want to say Krause. I don't know why. But he replaced all the wool that Krause put down and redesigned it to what he thought looked nice. And if I can have an easier time going in these... Oh wow, that was a fail. And yes. Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna... Got it, yes. Win. Alright, so yeah, he pretty much just replaced all the wool with the wood, stone, and everything, which looks really cool. So we come on upstairs here, nothing too spectacular, just a bedroom here, and he has a cool kitchen system where you push this button and it activates both of these dispensers behind the iron door, which dispense some food out, random pieces, which is really neat. So we have a nice overview of the animal pens here, Cilantro Gamer's little house, and the tree farms that Exuma made. So this is a nice little place here for Sean Static. Sadly, he pretty much went off the face of the earth, I guess you could say, because from my understanding, you don't hear, none of the hermits have heard anything from him in a long time. He pretty much just stopped playing and making videos now. So I don't know what happened to him. I mean, he was one of the first Redstoners I subscribed to, and I kind of miss watching his because he had great tutorials and everything. So that kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? So over here, like we saw from the little balcony in Sean's house, or Static's house, we have the animal pens from Exuma, which is basically what these were. Is so when the animals would go up to the edge, they'd glitch out when this was made, but now that's been fixed. So the water was basically here just to keep them away from the wall. So it's a pretty cool concept. And before we continue on, the timer's about to run out of time once again, so I'll be right back. Alright, that's reset, so we're good to go once again. But as I was saying, these animal pens were just basically set up so the water would push them back into the center here, so they wouldn't glitch up and out of the pen. But that's been fixed now, so... But still a cool concept, and they look really nice, and... pretty much you can just jump in there, breathe them, and you could have someone, or if you could reach it, pull that lever, which would activate a little staircase right here so you could jump out, close it so animals would escape. I would demonstrate that, but I don't want to let any of these animals go, even though this is just a world save that could reset any time. Either way. So right here we have Cilantro Gamer's little, what did he call it here again? The witch hut, the whacked out witch hut. I'm not sure exactly what he meant by that, but I guess he's going for like a kind of his own design of a witch hut, which is pretty sick. It kind of looks like it got Halloweenified by Joe Hills, but I really don't know if that was him or not. So, sick right there. And before we move on to any of that redstone related stuff and all those builds over there, I'm just going to tour all the houses and the stuff on this side. So right here we have Unhost House. And right up here, he has his little yoga area, is what he called it. So we can just hop on in here. And I believe this was intentional to have this gap in the roof, which I think looks really neat. And you just come in here and do your yoga. And just relax. So pretty sick place in here. Maybe play some of that stall record. Guys, I'd have to say that's one of my favorite records on the game for sure. So if we come on down, once again we'll go into the main part of his house, which is right over here. And this house actually inspired me to build something on my friend's server, which has been my permanent base on there for quite a while. And I planned on doing let's see, a touring series of that. And I'm not sure by the time this video is released, which is January 14th of 2014, or sorry, January 1st of 2014. I don't know if I would have toured that world just yet, but if I haven't, you will be expecting that very soon. I just have to get the world saved for my friend if I haven't already. So, yeah, kind of talking to you from the past here, so it may have happened or not. I have no idea. So, yep, so he has some storage up here in the second floor with just a chest and a dispenser. Not sure why he used dispensers. I've been trying to figure that out ever since I started watching him here on the Hermitcraft server. And he has these random holes that really go nowhere. I believe that was an AFK hole, but I really don't know. So he has a staircase that leads down to a cave. I'm not going to go down there because there's not really much to show. So you can walk on out here. And this one right here, I wish I knew who was going to be building this. Because this was being built just before the map reset, so I'd have loved to see what this was going to turn out to be. And I would have loved to know who was building it. Because I honestly don't know. I don't even think some of the hermits knew. But I'd like to know, if you had a clue who built this, let me know. Because this was going to be really cool, going into like this little cave system right here that's inside the hill. So right here, I believe this house belonged to Jasassin, if I remember correctly. Because originally he had a house over there, but I believe someone took it over and he built this here in the new spawn town area. I believe, I may be wrong that this was Jasassin, but I'm really not sure. It's not really that helpful when there's no signs. But yeah, here's this nice little loft up here. You can just look over the main living area. And then you can hop on down here into this bottom floor that has a really nice lookout area to Joe Hill's church. The house over there, which I believe was Co-Star's when he was on the server, I really don't know. It could have been someone else's, but again, let me know if you guys know who it is, because I'd like to figure that one out for myself. And then you can just come out here and just have a nice look and out to the ocean. So if we fly over here, we'll go look at Joe Hill's church, which he was building this for a trial of some sort, but I don't remember why that was. There was a reason he was building it, but I don't remember what that reason was. So if we come on in here, he has the judge center up here. I'm not sure why he has a compass in here, but either way. So right here would be where the interviewee would stand, or whatever they're called, the guys that are being questioned. I have no idea what they're called. And right here would be where the judge would stand, which I guess would be Joe Hill's for the Hermitcraft server. And for Minecraft, it would be Badge. Badge always seems to be the judge for that server, which is kind of funny. Which was on the B team and Etho trial. That was cool. But getting off topic here, this is Hermitcraft, not Minecraft. I don't know why I mentioned that, but either way. I guess because Generikb is now on the Minecraft server, and he originally started this server, so kind of intertwines. But I wanted to look at this roof here real quick, which is truly amazing. I mean, the way he shaped this out, and kind of has a bowl shape to it, looks really sick. So Joe Hills really did a great job on that. And here's this other house, which I think turned out really great. Has this really awesome diagonal staircase that goes up to the second floor here. So really cool. This is the one I was thinking that was excuse me. This is one I was thinking of that was I think Co-Stars. I'm probably wrong on that because he did not play very long in the server. I mean, this sign, all it says is howdy ho, new neighbor. So that doesn't really give any clues to who it is. So yeah, let me know if you know whose house that is. Right here is going to be Pungence's plot. Sadly, he never built here, and I would have loved to see what he would have done with this ravine. But that never happened. And if you come on down here through the road that Exuma made, which I believe this was all Exuma, because he was the one working over here for the build-off competition between Beatable and Corrals, which never happened, sadly. I'd love to see that happen one day. I really don't know. But right here is where you could go and donate your stuff for the build-off here. And apparently someone donated a lot of eggs. Red eyes. Right. And I'm just going to contribute it. Right, cool. And then we just have a food stand over here from the Gently Chewed Food Emporium for all your gently chewed food needs. So pretty sick right here. I believe this was either Pungent or Schism. Or maybe Juice Jar. One of those three, I don't know. It's hard for me to remember which one of those three built what on this server, because they weren't on for too long. I didn't follow all of them all that often, but this is one of theirs. So we got the food in here. So we got the barely bitten bread. We have the backwashed water. Sounds delicious. And the slimy chewed melon. Great. So we didn't make any sales, sadly, because this never happened, but hey, it exists. So, well done for one of the Goon Squad members, whoever it was that built that. Or maybe it was a combination of two of them that worked with that. I really have no idea. But now we're going to fly back over to Now I looked at all the houses here, and I was like, oh no, I did miss one house. I don't know how I missed that. And that would be Aurelian, the first female or girl member of the server to join here. So there's not much to look at here at her house, but there is quite a bit to see here in the front yard. Because let's see, we have a message from Santa Jenny from Christmas. She had the nice diamond in there. Right here we have the build-off note from Exuma, and here's the diamond ransom from Biffa. And here's the sign saying she's been spooned by I Am Spoon. So quite a few things in here, and from Joe Hills, I don't have time to mine obsidian, so he gave her a diamond pick. So quite a few signs that were left over. She didn't play in the server all that often, which kind of stinks. I do like her content. She was trying to capture all the hermits in this little cage here, so she succeeded in getting Assassin, Hypno, Joe Hills, Generikb, and Spoon. So pretty sick right there, and a tunnel of pointlessness that leads over to nowhere. Really just into a field, I guess. So that's it for that for her house. Now that that's done, I can't believe I almost forgot her house. We can move on to looking at the redstone stuff over here, and the tree farm. Before we do, I'm just gonna reset the time real quick. We have a little bit more time left, but I just want to make sure we're okay for the rest of this episode. So I'll be right back. Alright, that's good to go once again, so we're good for another 10 minutes. I really do need to get DX Tory or something better for screen recording, but this does for now. So hopefully you guys don't mind those quick cuts just to make sure I have plenty of time to make these episodes for you. But this right here we're in right now is Exuma's tree farm, and basically it works, you'd come in here and whack down some trees, and then you'd let them decay. You could set up the water control, where this would rinse down all of these saplings and apples that you'd get into that little trough, and you could collect all your loot and stuff right here, which would replenish the farm. But that was not enough to replenish the farm, so Exuma in turn came over here and dug down several blocks and built a sapling collector kind of deal, or I don't know, I guess you could call it a sapling generator or something, or sapling farmer. Because basically what you come down here is, I'm not sure if the glitch still exists, but basically you plant a tree right here and bone meal the heck out of it. This dirt right here would get rid of all the logs in the tree, and there would only be one log here that you had to break. You could just break that and it would start decaying, and you could just move down the line, do the same thing, and by the time you get back to this one and plant the tree and break out the one log, this would have already been decayed, or mostly decayed. So you come here, collect the loot, and the rest of these would be slowly decaying, and you could just go around and collect all the stuff you need, which was, I believe, close enough to replenish the tree farm up above there. But he did a great job with this place here. It's a really cool floor pattern with the pumpkins and the stone, brick, and stone, which looks really sick. Right here is this nice waterfall here with the two different color woods, which is birch, spruce, and birch. So really well done down here for Exuma. He's really great. I have to say, he's really good at doing the interiors of houses. There's some houses you can do with. Oh, sorry, bumped my mouse when I tried to grab it again. I had to scratch my head. But there's some houses you can do really good with exteriors, but when it comes to building things, he's really great when it comes to interiors, I have to say. Because he has some pretty cool interiors for different houses. That's my own personal opinion. Then we can come on over here to Exuma's Skelly farm, which is built. And I guess we could take a look at the redstone here. Didn't realize this is open. But yeah, this is above me. It's probably really simple to understand, but I mean, I can do redstone for a basic of senses. I mean, I've learned how to make my own 3x3 door, 4x4 door, but it's not really that complicated of a build, so I don't know, but I don't understand redstone all that great. I kind of discovered my door designs by accident, personally, so there is that. But right here we have his Skelly farm, which we just checked out the redstone mechanics for this setup, where you can turn it from XP mode to auto drop mode. So if you flip it up, the water would flow through here, and you could get your drops. Let's actually see if this still works. Yep, so then they'd die instantly, and all their drops would rinse right out to here. Be a lot more useful if they used the hoppers or updated this with hoppers, but they didn't bother with it. And then right here, when it's switched down, you can come over here and get the XP from the skeletons. And right here is the switch to turn it on and off. So you can see that turns all the lights off, and then you can just turn this, which in turn, that's what I'm trying to say, turns off the spawner. Pretty sick. And right over here we have Exuma's once again. I'm saying his name a lot because he built quite a few things here in this map on spawn before he moved out to Avalon. So right here we have the level enchantment selector, or the level selector for the enchantment room. Back when you needed 50 levels of enchanting. So you just basically come in here and choose any form of level setup you need it to get what you wanted. So you could have from level 30 to 60, 50, or no, I think 50 was the most you could have, but you could go from 30, 50 to 1. So that was a pretty cool setup right there, built by Exuma. Here's Exuma's bread maker. This was pretty much busted now. He had to fix it, I think, like 3-4 times before he just gave up on it. But that was pretty much just a way to get bread easily. You just come in here and just rapidly click the wheat, which had a block update detection, and this light would go off just long enough for the wheat to pop out of the ground because it would be dark enough, and you just can rapidly plant your stuff there, which is really cool. And if you come up right here, we have all the redstone stuff, which I believe was Cube Hamster's doing. I'm not, whatever, I don't need to fly here. I'm not 100% sure if it was him or not. There we go. But here's some cool stuff here. I believe this tree farm one over here was his, because basically what you do is you plant a tree down at the bottom, and this would just push away all of the leaves and save the wood. And as you can see, it is pretty much busted. You can see the piston glitch right there, where the piston face is on the piston, but it's also extended. So that's a nice glitch that is still there. So most likely if you update it, it will go away. I really don't know. But yeah, that's that. Minecraft always has glitches in it that you can always find. And right here, I'm honestly not sure what this is. I believe this was supposed to be a double piston extender. From what it looks like to me, I really don't know. Trying to explain redstone is like a monkey trying to fly a plane. It's impossible. And then over here we got Top Mass's little tree eco center kind of thing, and also they do not sell or serve drugs, so you can't come here to get those. Looks like something broke that. But we got this house right here filled with birch trees, pretty cool. And we can fly on up in the night sky. Looks like it's becoming daytime as well. That's that there, and right down this little spiral rail track right here is the dual zombie farm, or sorry, yeah, dual zombie farm. I don't remember who it was that made this. To be honest, it could have been Cube Hamster, but I think it was someone else. I'm not good with remembering that kind of thing, but we'll go down here and check it out either way. So we'll go down this spiral staircase, and hopefully you guys don't get too dizzy from this. I'll just look down, which makes it worse, and I'll look up. Ooh, I like that. Let's watch this. Oop, it was over soon. That's pretty cool. So left shift to dismount, and we got all this zombie farm right down here. So we got the two spawners, one right there and one over there, it looks like. So I'm guessing if you'd stand right here, you could activate both, and then you could collect them right here. So I'm guessing this was, yeah, to push them into this, push them forward a bit so you could collect them. Pretty cool. So that's pretty much it. Here you have some sugarcane and stuff. Pretty basic setup, but still really nice. Oh, and I guess it was designed so you could just, come on. Oh, good lord. Got it. So I guess it was designed so you could just fall down the center, but I've tried that a few times just messing around with it, and I've hit the edge every time, so yeah, I wouldn't really try that. So that's it for the dual zombie farm, so we'll head back up to the surface here. And then we'll go check out some more stuff, and we'll wrap up this episode. So, yeah, this may take a while. I'll just skip this a little bit here if we don't get up anytime soon. Chicken. Alright, so we're back up now, and we'll fly off. And we're going to go look at the last bit here that I want to get for this episode, and that is the amusement park area they were building over here, past the main hub. Well, the main spawn hub, and right there is Joe Hill's Unstable, which is supported by nothing but signs, torches, and ladders. So, well done, Joe Hills. That is a true accomplishment, so shout out to him and that amazing accomplishment right there. That is sick. So we come over here, and we have all the minigame stuff. So I'm going to reset the timer one last time here. This is going to be a short clip here at the end, but it's getting close to the ending time, so yeah, I'm just going to make sure we have plenty of time for this last bit. So that's reset so we can continue on. So right here we have Exuma's Bushorama, and if you keep all 3 lights on, you win a bush. The best prize you can earn from a Corrales game. A very awesome bush. And one thing I like about building in the mushroom biome with leaves is they are nice, vibrant green, which is epically awesome. So basically what you did here, you had to shoot in each one of these holes right here, they constantly move, and you had to shoot the block in order to hit the pressure plate with the arrow, which would in turn light up these lights and sound an alarm, or note block. So that would go, and then you could just, then you could just claim your prize over here, I think. Yep, you could just claim your bush, a log and 2 pieces of leaf. Pretty sick. And over here we got Exuma's Connect 4. Amazingly, this has survived the test of time through 1.5 and many other updates. But I guess the redstone wasn't too complicated, so it just activates the piston either way. But you can just come over here. Oh, actually, every time I try and test this, I'm always have to come over here. But you just basically press this button here, or any of them, and it will choose a piece of sand or gravel from that specific block, or that specific area that you pushed it. So if we come over here and press the button here, we get gravel right there. So a pretty sick system. Then you can just come over here and reset it like so, and you can just go pick up the remains of the blocks. So that's a really awesome system done by Exuma. So really sick. I don't think they've ever actually had a game played with that. I know some people played this, and I know some people played this arrow game over here that was built by, to be honest, I don't remember. I might have been just Assassin or someone else. I can't remember. Right there's Unhost Basketball Court. We'll go look at that in a second. But seriously cool from Exuma over there. And right here we got the cow juice. So non-alcoholic by Daisy and alcoholic by Bessie. So pretty awesome. And you can also, I believe, get some bowls right up here. Sickness. And right up here we can. This is the arrow game. Can't remember who built this. Let's see if there's a sign. No, there's not. But you can just come up here and you'd shoot an arrow and you'd hit the tripwire and light up every one of those lights in order to win a prize. And I'm guessing the prize would get rinsed into here so you could collect it. But let's see, top 4 lights win cobble, and light up all 5 lights you win some stone. Okay, no, I was completely off. It was Red Eyes who built this. I should have checked the sign before I make assumptions, but whatever. And let's see if this still works. This basically was your arrow retrieval. So that would push off all the arrows that would get stuck to that center wall, and you could just go and collect them down there if you didn't have an infinity bow. So really cool system there. And then let's see, nothing else is built here besides the basketball court by Unhost, and this was his take on a Hermitcraft logo. So that's pretty neat. And pretty much what he did here is you shoot the ball into here, it'd go into the dispenser, and then there would be a system that would feed back and just activate it again and shoot it back out. So you could just continue playing the game as if you're actually playing basketball. So cool system. And he has his own little bush right there. And over here I found this thing. It was supposed to be some kind of mini game, but I have no idea who is building this. Someone with redstone prowess, but I don't know what it was supposed to be or what it was gonna be. But either way, I would have loved to see what it was. But yeah, and then after this, just the rest of the dock or pier line that comes off from the main hub just goes down to an end here and doesn't do anything else. Ooh, that's a cool little generation. Kind of. I guess maybe it was a glitch. I don't know, but this is a cool view right there of a ravine. Pretty sick. So that's it for this episode here. This is it for the first episode of my Hermitcraft touring. You might not see more episodes if any hermits object to me doing this series. We'll find out when this is released. So who knows? But yeah, do hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys look forward to other episodes coming soon if the hermits are okay with it. But that's pretty much going to do it here. Next episode, if it gets released, will be at the Nether Hub, and after that, the rest of the bases. So, awesomeness. So we'll stand up here where we started, right at the entrance of the Hermit Town, our spawn town. So, thanks for watching, guys, and since Generikb started this server, I started it off similar to how he did when he was on here, so I'll sign it off the same way. So, thanks for watching. Oh, wow, that was I had a brain fart. But thanks for watching, guys. So take care, brush your hair. I'll see you when I see you. Peace!